Well, we're going to read the reading adventure of the year. I am Eduardo Olvera Prieto, and I am in the career of architecture.
Hello, my name is Axel Alvarez Flores. My career is engineer civil.
Okay, we are. I am going to read the reading. The Mountaineer. As a child, passing Chumu Sherpa, Akita lived with her younger sister in Kulka, a town in northeastern Nepal. Passing parents that when she was young, as a teenager, she tried as a mountaineer. She works as a mountain guide and she climbed Mount Everest. When she was only 22 in 2015, there was a terrible earthquake in Nepal. Many people didn't have homes or food, so passing helmet them. Mm, these days, she also works to improve education in Nepal and is famous from her volunteer work as well as her mountaineer. Well, the cyclist. Mirjain Sadki was born in Afghanistan and, and grew up in capital of Kabul. Her father was the national cycling coach for the men's team, and from very early on in life, Marjane's ambition was to become a cyclist. Her father had Marjane her first bicycle when she was a teenager, and he soon saw how much Marjane loved cycling. As a result, he formed a new women's cycling team with his daughter and then other women. It wasn't easy to practice on the road of Kabul, but in 2013, the team went to New Delhi and they had their first international competition against other women's cycling teams. They didn't win, but they entered more races in Pakistan, Kazakhstan, and South Korea because of Mary and her team's achievements. More women are now cycling in Afghanistan.
It is my turn. Adventures of the year. Every year, Reddits of National Geographic magazines vote for the adventures of the year. Here are two of them. First article is The Mountaineer. Has a chill, Pasan Lamu Sherpa Akita lived with her young sister in Lukla, and town in the northeastern Nepal. Pasan's parents died when she was young. As a teenager, she trained as a mountaineer. She worked as a mountain guide and she climbed Mount Everest when she was only 22. In 2015, there was a terrible earthquake in Nepal. Many people didn't have homes or food, so Pasan helped them. These days, she also works to improve education in Nepal and is famous for her volunteer work as well as her maintainer. The second article, the cyclist, Marjan Sadewi was born in Pakistan and grew up in the capital city of Kabul. Her father was the national cycling coach for the men's team, and from very early on in life, Marjan's ambition was to become a cyclist. Her father gave Marjan her first visit when she was a teenager, and his son saw how much Marjan loved cycling. As a result, he formed a new women's cycling team with his daughter and 10 other women. It wasn't easy to practice on the road of Kabul, but in 2013, the team went to New Delhi and they had their first international competition against other women's cycling team. They didn't win, but they entered more races in Pakistan, Kazakhstan, and South Korea because of Morgan and her team's achievements. More women are now cycling in Pakistan. Eduardo, what do you think the articles?
Well, about the first article, in my opinion, the disaster that there was in the city of Nepal was very ugly, since many people were left homeless, and but and they without food, and some lost loved ones. And I thought it was very good that Akita works as a mountaineer, because it's very good job, since he does it professionally, and is good for his health, and from physically. And from the second article, um, I like very much how a father of Jane uh, uh, gather a team of women cyclists, so that her daughter could compete, but it was not easy. But and the Akita be a professional cyclist now. And you? What about you?
And in the first article, in my opinion, the two articles are very important and interesting. But personally, I like the mountain article more because he talks about how the woman did a lot of voluntary works to help Nepal. It is more wonderful how women like team manage to change things. They are a very important women for the sport, um, and that is service so that more women and men motivate for servers. And the second article, the cyclist article, is also very interesting because it talks about how they manage to get countries to let women compete in the race, as will has hope they let behind the support team. It's a very ugly that in a country they do not allow women to compete. We are all the same as the they can also compete on the old game. They can also win and be evolved, be everyone. But in conclusion, the two articles are interesting and leave use a lot of and learning.
Okay, thank you, Axel.
Thank you, Eduardo.